All right, so jumping into it. Remember, last week we talked about the names of the strings. Because we have a new group, we won't spend a lot of time, but I am going to just do a quick review. For those of you who might remember it is, we count from the top down when we say it. So I'll get a little closer so you can see. I'm on that top string there. Eat apples daily. Get better easy. Eat apples daily. Get better easy. That translates to E, A, D, G, B, E. All right? So every string on your guitar is tuned to a specific note. And it's important to start memorizing those things, okay? So here's the next thing to go. I'm going to call out the parts. Here's another review for you all. I'm going to call out the parts of the guitar, and I want you to point on your end. Let's see what you remember from last week. Some of you over at Matty Williams, my buddy in the back there, he'll help you navigate that. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to call out the part. I want all of you to point so I can see it. The head. Where's the head on the guitar? Yes. Where's the neck? The body. How about the tuners? How about the frets? Where are the frets? Where are they? Good job, Anaya. I see you over there. Yes. My friend with the Friends shirt. Good job. All right. How about the bridge? Good. How about, yes, you got it. Looking good, looking good. Over at Matty Williams, my buddy in the back there, you make sure you help guide your friends, okay? How about the strings? Got to know where the strings are, right? Perfect. If you hear any of that, it's a little thunder over here. We got a storm moving in. Let's see here. I think we got most, okay, this is kind of a funny one. The top of the, remember, where's the fretboard? Remember, it's the top of the neck. We've got the nut. So this is a new one. This is kind of funny, but this part of here, the very top fret that kind of looks like a white piece right at the top, that's called the nut. All right. So that's it. That kind of helps keep the strings in place. It sets the height of your strings. And then finally, we've got, I don't know if we talked about these last week, but we did. These are called pickups. Okay. If you have an acoustic guitar, you would have a big sound hole in the middle, right? But since it's an electric guitar that we're all playing on, these are called pickups. All right. Does everybody know where the pickups are? All right. So that's our review. So last week, remember, we talked about picking. There is a way. Let me show you this now. Everybody take a look here. There is a way to hold the pick to make your life just a little easier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up close here. I take that pick. I'm going to take, basically, kind of give myself a thumbs up. I take the flat edge of the pick, I lay it there, I bring my thumb down over top, and now it's locked in. I'm getting the angle on that camera better. So what I do one more time, if you make a thumbs up, then what I do is I take the flat edge of the pick, I lay it there, I bring it down, and the reason why I do that, now you see how that is? That locks it in, so now I'm less likely to drop it. Perfect, we're ready to jam. Okay, so now we move on. Last week we talked about being able to, right? We have to be able to navigate around on the strings, okay? So today you need to be able to play on single strings, and you need to be able to play on 6 strings, all the chords, right? So who practiced, let's see this. Who practiced, remember we talked about a little string exercise. Remember we were doing the picking exercise where we went. You guys remember that? So all you have to do is on each string, and I see each of you doing it, when you're doing that, you're going to pick. So you pick on each string. You start at the bottom. Make sure you're holding your guitar up. I see one of you sitting back there with your guitar in your lap with your legs crossed. Yeah, keep your guitar up. All right, so when I do it, you pick 1 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm doing is down, up, down, up. Over time, the challenge becomes to see how fast you can do that. Okay, we're going to move on. The next thing that we talked about, right, was being able to play on the left hand. Who tried playing the guitar on the left hand? Who's tried that? Where you see if you can squeeze a note out. Who got a chance to try that out? Yeah? What'd you think? Was it hard? Thumbs up if it's hard, thumbs down if it was easy. Oh, it was hard, right? Who knew that the guitar would be so painful, right? No, so when you do it, here's the trick. I'm going to help you because we have to review this because this is really important moving forward. So when we start playing, right, the trick, can everybody see my finger there? This is my left hand. When I do it, the sweet spot on the guitar, and all of you who have some experience, show your friends how to do this. You guys are going to be... you are going to be kind of my liaison between me and the students, all right? Because I can't be there to help you physically. What I need you to do is you put that finger right behind the fret, okay? See where I'm going to try to get it real close there. And so the sweet spot is right behind the fret, and I move up. And I do that with every finger. The trick that you need to remember here is that the thumb stays straight. Can everybody see my thumb? Everybody see that? All right, so the thumb is straight. What I want all of you to do, see if you can get a sound out of your guitar. Push down. You got to really squeeze, dig into that string. And all of the assistants at the centers, if any of them need a hand, sometimes it takes a little extra push on that finger to keep to apply some pressure. You really have to. Here's the trick also, that when you push down on that string, you have to maintain the pressure so you don't hit it and immediately let up. Otherwise, you get this kind of a sound. You don't want that. I have to dig in and I have to hold it in order for it to ring out. That's the first string. So that's the top, or that'd be the bottom E string. We'll call that the bottom for now. So this is the very first string. The sixth, when I count the strings, everybody, we count from the bottom up. 1, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you count from the top up. Everybody do that. Everybody look, just get it in your head. Everybody look at your strings. Look down, and I want you to count from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the one at the top, actually, that's your 6th string. All right? So when you push down, who plays some, has anybody out there ever taken piano lessons? Raise your hand if you have. Or who's ever kind of played a piano? The reason why I say it, right? There's a pedal on the piano for the sustain. Who's ever played with the pedals on the piano? Right? And you hit that sustain pedal, and the sound, what happens? The note rings out, right? It just continues to ring. Well, that's what happens. Your finger is like the sustain pedal on a piano. As soon as I lift up, there isn't any more sound. So practice that. Push down, lift up. These might seem like simple techniques, but until you can do these and get these basic sounds out of your guitar, right? Because now what happens is, it's one thing to do it with one finger, but who can do this? Now you have to do it with 3 fingers or 4 fingers. Who remembers the E chord from last week? That's where we're headed now. So if you remember the E, I'm going to do a quick review, and then I have another chord for you, because today we're going to talk about strumming. So when I move on here, I'm going to count from the bottom up. So I'm going to take that. Remember, with the guitar, we start with our index finger, our pointer, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. We don't count the thumb. The thumb is just the thumb. So if you're looking at a music book or if you're looking at online how to play a song, they're always going to refer to your index finger as the first finger. All right. So the reason why I say that, I want you to start with your second finger. So you go in the second fret, and that brings us to the next point. Remember that when you play the guitar, who knows where the first fret is on the guitar? Where do you think the first fret might be? And not the strings, but the fret. What do you think, Anaya? Good, right? If everybody can see my friends over there at Grady, show us, Anaya, where that is. Sometimes you got to get right up there on that camera. That's it. So the first fret, good job. The first fret here, the frets are like this. They're the spaces. You count the space behind the actual fret marker. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see some of them even have fret markers, the little dots. Who has dots on their guitar? Raise your hand if you got some dots on those guitars, right? Those tell you some of the fret markers. Those are your guides. Those are really, that'll help you. So look, the fret markers, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then up here there's a double dot, right? That's the 12th. But those kind of are guide points for your guitar. So now what I want everybody to do, I want you to take your second finger, which is your middle finger, right? And you're going to go to the second fret, and then you count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I do that, who can see that? Okay. So that's the second finger. Now what I'm going to do is take my third finger, which is my ring finger. You got to keep that first one down. I put that third finger underneath. And now my first finger is on, going to be, try to get a good angle here, is on the third string on the first fret. You see how that is? 1, 2, 3. So you have 2 fingers in the second fret, 1 finger in the first fret. So now the trick is to push down. I got to dig in. And then I do this. That's an E major chord. We talked about that last week. That's a little review for our friends over at Maddie Williams. Remember, any questions that you have, this will be up online through our Clearwater Jazz site, and we'll get you guys connected to that, all right? We'll make sure you have all the information to get there so you can see this. So I'm going to get up close. So that's the E. Remember, it's 1, 2. I'll rebuild it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on the second fret. Then I have the next one. The next finger goes just below it. That should be on the 4th string. Now the last finger is my pointer. 1, 2, 3 in the first fret. Once you get it, give me 4 strums. You remember, you got to push down. You got to press into those strings. And it sounds like this. 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's getting the sound out of their guitars? Who's getting the sound? All right. So check it out. The next step that we're going to do here is I'm going to give you, this next chord is actually is a little easier in that all 3 fingers are going in the same fret, okay? So to play this next one, I'm going to play, this is called an A chord. So now what I'm going to do, I line up 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in the second fret. So everybody, hold up your pointer. Hold up your index finger, everybody, right? Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to take that index finger and you're going to count from the bottom, and I want you to go to the second fret. 1, 2. And now what I want you to do is I want you to count up 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that first finger should be on the 4th string, which is also the D string. Okay, so look at this. All you have to do now, you're going to put your second finger on the next string, right underneath that, which is the 3rd string. You got to kind of crunch them all in there, and then your 3rd finger, which is your ring finger, is going to go on the 2nd string in the 2nd fret. So all 3 fingers are literally in the same fret. Can everybody see that? So it's 1, 2, 3. All you have to do is stack them on top of each other in the same fret. Now, this is an A major chord. The trick with this is that you have to push down again, all right? So when I play, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's getting the sound out of their guitar? Those of you who have studied with me before, who remembers that one? Good, okay. So check this out. Now comes the fun part. And what I want all of you, those of you, we're gonna work on strumming, right? The left hand plays the chords, plays the melody. So when I play, the left hand does all the fret work, but the right hand gives us the rhythm, which if you're a guitar player, more often than not, we all like to take, everybody who's ever seen a guitar player take a solo, a guitar solo. You ever watch somebody maybe on the Grammys or online on YouTube and they take just this burning, shreddy guitar solo, right? So that's great. But a big part of what you're going to be doing, probably about 80% of the time on guitar, is playing rhythm. All right, so you need to be able to accompany. So that's what we're going to do. Rhythm is the foundation of everything that I do as a guitar player. And it's going to be this, more often than not, it's our job as guitar players to accompany somebody, okay? So check this out. You don't even need to play a chord to play rhythm. I'm going to give you a pattern in the right hand, and then we'll apply it to the chord. So here's the pattern. It's down, down, up. When I play that again, down, down, up. So what I do is go down, down, up, down, down, up, slap. And I'm just killing the sound there. Down, down, up. Try that. So together, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up. Down, down, up. Now when I put that together, if I play that without stopping, it sounds like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up. That doesn't sound like much when I'm playing it this way, right? But now let me show you these chords. Here's how it sounds. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down. And the cool thing about this pattern is there's so many different ways to play it. Who's ever heard of Johnny Cash? Any Johnny Cash fans out there? Ooh, we got some Johnny Cash fans. This rhythm, if you like country music, if you like blues, this is a great rhythm for any of that type of music. So it's a really versatile rhythm. So let's go back to that A chord that we learned. Everybody hit that A. Remember, first finger, second fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stack the next one underneath it, and the next one underneath that. All 3 fingers in the same fret. That's our A major chord. Now on the right hand, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. So anytime you're playing a song, you need rhythm. You need to have a kind of a bag of rhythms that you can play, strumming patterns, because then eventually the rhythm is the part that gives the song movement, all right? So that's a good starting point. So you've got A and you've got E, A, E. In the beginning, when you're learning to play the chords, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, just a nice steady quarter note, all down jumps. Practice changing. That's the next step, right? Back to E. Is everybody understanding everything all right so far? Okay, and then the next step that you have is to add the rhythm. Try to play the rhythm twice on each chord. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Then you'll have to switch. Down, down, up, down, down, up, switch. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Back to E. Down, down, up, down, down, up. All right. That's probably a good stopping point. So you've got a few things to work on. We've got, from last week, you've got picking exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Remembering the string names. Eat apples daily, get better easy. E-A-D-G-B-E. And you've got your E chord. And you've got an A chord. And finally, you've got this new rhythm. All right. And the cool thing is, depending what kind of music you like to listen to, you'll get ideas for all sorts of cool rhythms. All right. Depending on, what style of music, maybe which part of the world it comes from. There are so many different ideas, and rhythm inspires me every day. So that's a good stopping point. And next week, we'll expand on that. Steve, if there's any time for questions, we can open it up. Otherwise, we'll just move forward.